So I'm going to show you how you can get ahead of 99% of all online coaches in just 2 months by doing less. You see, we often overestimate what we can do in a short period of time and then underestimate what we can do in a long period of time. You may have heard people say this, that we think we can do a huge amount in 1 month, but we underestimate what we can potentially do in 1 year with longer term focus and sticking to a simple plan. And a prime example of this was me trying to do a very rushed Black Friday launch, a Black Friday promotion that I had just finished a promotion 2 months ago to launch a beta program. I was working with those clients. We were still getting the results. I was compiling the testimonials and I wasn't quite ready for another promotion. But I thought, I have to do a Black Friday launch. So I rushed it together and I got a few posts out and I made a couple of sales, which is great. But I wasn't ready for it. I didn't have things set up. I wasn't prepared for it. I hadn't been uploading to YouTube regularly while I was working with the beta group. So I hadn't been getting new leads coming in. And it was just a rushed job and wasn't really necessary because if I'd launched in a couple of weeks' time, once I open up my doors to take more coaching clients, people normally book calls anyways. So I probably didn't really make any more sales than I would have just opening my doors normally. So to rush forward and try and do a lot more, I actually wasted time when I could have been focusing on growing my community more and getting more ready for a bigger launch in, say, January. So this is what I want you to think about in 2026 and beyond, is working with a short-term goal to get something set up, but then a long-term strategy, but a simple strategy. So I'm going to share this simple strategy that I would do and that I get my clients to do, and I see them getting much better results when they follow a system like this. So I would recommend that you do this and you really think about what you can do in the short term to get ready for, say, January, where there's normally a rush, especially if you're doing YouTube and school together. YouTube always sees an uptick, so it's a great opportunity to get a lot more traffic. But then we want a long-term plan of what we can do over and over and over. So to give YouTube as an example again, across 12 months, if you were uploading 2 videos per week, that's going to be over 100 videos by the end of the year. You will have a dramatically bigger business. And I guarantee if you're only trying to get 100 high ticket clients, then 100 videos, 100 clients is very possible. But even if you just manage to do half of that, you could potentially be making fantastic money by just following a simple system. So what we want is a simple plan. We want to have a simple plan in place and we want to stick to it for 12 months straight. The 2 months, what we do in 2 months is that we want to have a system set up. And then what we want to do is we want to fix any bottlenecks as we start to get traffic or as things start to fill up. And those bottlenecks might be how you automate your calls, how you engage in the community, how you produce your videos. And we optimize the same simple things over and over, and then you gradually get faster and better at them. We do not want to be tweaking the plan continuously. This is what I see many people, myself included, we are often guilty of tweaking things without giving things long enough to actually see if it's going to work. So YouTube takes time, school takes time, growing a business takes time. You can't keep tweaking your about page or tweaking different things if you don't have enough traffic. So if you don't have enough traffic, you can't tweak the about page. And if you don't have enough information, we just have to stick to things for a period of time to make sure that it's actually working and then see where the bottlenecks are once we start to fill things up. So here's the action plan that I would follow personally if I were you in 2026. And it is a system that I use as well. So the action plan that we're going to be doing is that we don't want to build any online course. We don't want to build any courses yet. Maybe in future when you're looking to scale and automate more and you've worked with people and you see what the questions are, then you can start to build worksheets. Then you can start to record videos to answer the questions that you're getting asked over and over. And that's how a program should be built out. But most people think, I need to build a course first. No, this is wrong. And they also think that I need to build a course after I work with my beta people or with the beta people. No, you don't. You don't have to rush to build a course at all. And in fact, for most of the first year, unless you're getting really busy, I would not build anything. because you don't know what's going to work until you work with a load of people. So the only thing that we actually really need is an offer. So we want to reverse engineer the offer. We want to find our niche and our target audience, find out what they want and need and are willing to pay for, and create an offer around that. And when we have that offer, we can put a plan in place about how we can get them results. So ideally, you're a coach already, or you're an expert of some kind, and you already know that you can get people a desired result in a particular area. So we then create an offer around that. And then we have a mini course or some type of freebie or lead magnet that we put into our school community. So we set up our school community so that the infrastructure is ready for people to arrive. And then we have an option to book calls. So we then want to manage the community where we nurture people. And there are different ways that we can engage with people to get more activity and ways that we can set this up. But essentially, we want to see the community as a big nurturing space, a big funnel / email marketing tool / your hub for nurturing your potential clients inside. So it's a community, yes, but the idea is always to try to get people onto a call. And I know most people will go, but I would rather sell a subscription. I don't really want to get people on a call. I want to be a group coach. I don't really want to be doing one-on-one coaching. But we get the order wrong. This is not about saying that this is the final destination. This is where you start. This is where you improve the product and the offer and the program, and you edge it out. And then eventually you can do cohorts, small group cohorts. And then you can go up into group coaching, and then you can create a community. But then you've got testimonials and results and feedback from your clients. So then you can build a better program, and then you scale. So this is why I like to say that high ticket is actually the new low ticket. Because information is becoming cheap, it's easier to get a few clients and get those results and testimonials. And then as you've got an abundance of proof, it's easier to automate things later on, because now more and more people want to work with you. Now people can see that you can get the desired result. So now you can start pushing greater numbers through, potentially doing paid ads, and you can start to scale. So this is where we start. It's not necessarily where you end. But for many, they would be happy just getting more clients and getting calls booked. But booking a call is the shortest and the easiest way. And if you're using the likes of YouTube and School Together, then you're going to have very warm calls. They're not even going to be sales calls. People are just going to be wanting to talk to you. It's going to be a friendly call, almost with a friend, because they know you. So it's very easy when you've got a community and YouTube setup. So here it is. What we want to do is 1 to 3 long form videos per week. We push them into our free school community, and then we try to get them onto a call, and then we book one-on-one coaching with them, and we take the payment inside of school. And that is it. That is all you do. Your only job after the first couple of months of creating your mini course, you can do weekly Q&A calls. You can then book free discovery calls with people, or strategy calls, whatever you want to call them. You then post videos, you'll post your YouTube videos into your school community, which means you have content to add into your community automatically. You can have a bit more just of information inside. You can add different information to that post. So there's more value in the community for that YouTube video than there is on YouTube. You can also post the recordings then for the weekly Q&A calls, or the, let's say, twice monthly Q&A calls, whatever you're going to do. Those are extra posts that you can put in the group. And then you can do a couple, maybe like 2 more simple types of posts in the community, and that's all you have to do. But YouTube, for the most part, and your Q&A calls are going to be creating the content for your school community so that you have content moving around, and your basic flywheel is potentially in place between YouTube and your school community. And then you do a promotion if you want more clients coming in and you're not getting enough people naturally coming through the system to book calls. Every 6 weeks, you can do a bit of a promotion to say, I've got a few more places that I've opened up. Book a call. Join me inside if you would like to work with me. And that just reminds people that there is an option to book a call. And normally when you do one of those promotions, you get a few more people, a bit more of an uptick, especially if you've been bringing new people into the community. So not like myself on Black Friday, where I fudged the order of things and try to squeeze the juice a bit more. So simple wins. If you only have to create content, do the basics inside your community, and take calls with clients, what you do becomes very simple. It's easier to scale. You don't have to worry about creating a course. You don't have to worry about building things out or constantly. This is what I'm saying about when some of my clients don't always do things in the order that I tell them. That's just the way of things. And they're the ones that are then a bit more stressed later on because they're trying to build things. They have to redo things. They have to change things. And while they're doing that, they're having to manage the clients, and then they're not uploading to YouTube as much. It's easier if you have the system set up already. And then all you have to do is create YouTube videos and nurture the community and take those calls. And that's very simple. And then you can keep optimizing that. You can get faster and better at YouTube videos. You can get better at managing and nurturing the school community. You can then get better at coaching people here. And then you can hire an assistant or a community manager if you're doing very well with the coaching calls. And you can actually get them to do some of the perhaps YouTube posting and also some of the posting inside of your school community as well. So it becomes much more straightforward because you literally just have to do those 3 things, and that is it. Simple wins. Simple will get you the money that you want, the desired results that you want in 2026. So if you spent the next 2 months, if you spent, say, December and January or whenever you're watching this, if you spent the 2 months, not even, you could probably do this in a month and get everything set up and then focus on just sending traffic into that community and getting people to book a call. Now, if you would like more help with this, you can join our free community where I'll show you this system more step by step and how we use YouTube and school together. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in the next one.